wrong. So thank you for coming and thank you for inviting, because I know you invited someone to be here. I'm seeing old faces. I mean, I said old, I mean regulars, and I'm seeing new faces. So I am so happy that you're here for another first Sunday. We were here a month ago. And it was just absolutely wonderful, all that we learned. But one of the things we do at Resilient Health is to check in to see how have you been doing with the practices, the reading, the writing, and reading aloud, and the easy math. I almost forgot. Reading, writing, and easy math. So I want you to just jot in the chat. Here's the question. How many of the three practices did you engage with this month? Did you do one, two, or all three? Even if it's not all three every day, but did you engage with at least one of the practices? So I put in the chat, please put in the chat one, two, or three. I see mainly writing and reading out loud. Very
Oh,
good. Three, all three. Yes, Rhonda, very good. Reading aloud. Nice, nice, nice.
haven't got my glasses.
For me, it was reading aloud. I think I did math a couple times. I did some writing also, so I would say with three for me. I'm all three. Very good. So we're keeping up with it. This is very encouraging. Wonderful, wonderful. One more question I have for you. How, on average, how many days per week did you engage with the practice? Even if it's one practice, did you do it 7 days a week, 5 days a week, 3 days a week? Please put it in the chat. On average, I did
Mhm.
five. That was mine. 5 days for me. I see four, three, two. This is great. Great. Four, Alberta. Very nice. So we're sticking with it. And that is the strength of this practice. It's not necessarily the intensity, but the sticking with it, right? The consistency is what matters. The consistency is what matters. So let's delve into today's program because we have a lot to cover. So, when we think of brain health, a lot of times we think of it as just memory. But brain health is not only about memory. Brain health is about identity. Brain health is about clarity. Brain health is about emotional regulation. Who would have thought? Emotional regulation. Brain health is about independence. And I know this is probably driving most of us. That desire to remain independent as we progress with age, right? And brain health is also about living fully as long as possible. Who doesn't want to do that, right? I think all of us here today would want to do all of the things that we listed here, right? Emotional regulation, being independent, and about living fully for as long as possible. Today, here's some statistics. Today, more than 57 million people worldwide are living with dementia. And that number is projected to rise to approximately 150 million by 2050 as the populations across the globe ages, then that number is expected to increase. But here's what is also equally important. Cognitive decline does not begin suddenly. It's not like today I'm fine and today, next day, all of a sudden, you're seeing cognitive decline. It is a gradual process. And we all know, even if we may have experienced it, or we know someone who is experiencing it, and we saw that gradual decline. It often reflects decades of accumulated stress, reduced stimulation, isolation, metabolic strain, and overuse, or not overuse, I'm sorry, underuse of key brain systems. So the brain is dynamic. It's dynamic, it's not stationary. It is plastic. It adapts based on how it is used. We all heard the phrase, use it or, what is it?
Lose it.
Use it or
Use
lose.
it or lose it.
It applies to the brain, right? So use it or lose it. So underuse of key brain systems can also lead to cognitive decline. Research in neuroplasticity shows that repeated activation strengthens neural networks, while inactivity allows connections to weaken over time. However, there is another critical factor regarding our brain health. Our brains respond to strongly. Our brains respond strongly to meaning. When something feels purposeful, emotionally significant, or personally relevant, the brain encodes it more deeply. Why is that? Because meaningful experiences activate our dopamine pathways in addition to memory systems. And dopamine is not just a feel-good chemical. We hear a lot about dopamine, that it's this feel-good chemical. But dopamine also enhances learning, it enhances motivation, and also neural reinforcement. Cognitive stress, on the other hand, elevates cortisol over time. So, sustained cortisol exposure is associated with reduction or shrinkage of our hippocampus. And our hippocampus is important in retrieving memory, right? So we need to find ways of reducing or preventing our brain from having all this exposure to cortisol, and we can do that by managing our stress. So today, here's what we're going to do. We're going to explore this truth about the meaning, how meaning impacts the brain. We're going to explore that by how we were going to explore how the brain strengthens when it engages with meaning and mild challenge. Mild challenge. Before we practice, however, I want us to take a look at a short video. It's about 5 minutes, as we introduce the theme. Okay, so I wanted to take about. I'm going to share the video. I'm going to share my screen. Let me edit this person here. Okay. Oh, so it's already up. Go ahead, Rhonda. Audio, please. I have it ready to go, Rhonda. I can go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Meaning strengthens the brain. Hi there. This is Dr. Charmaine Wood, and welcome to Brain Health 101. We talk about brain health in terms of diet and exercise. Walk more, sleep better, control blood pressure, protect your heart. And all of that does matter. The Lancet Commission is one of the most respected global research groups on dementia prevention. And it reminds us that lifestyle and engagement over time shape brain health, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. The brain is strengthened based on how we use it, and it responds most strongly to what matters. Your brain does not treat every experience the same. It strengthens what feels important. When something connects to your identity, your effort, your sacrifice, or your growth, multiple systems activate together, such as your memory systems, your thinking systems, and your emotional systems. Dopamine is released. This is not just to make you feel good, but also to reinforce learning from the experience. It tells the brain, keep this pathway strong. The more systems that activate together, the stronger the wiring becomes. Just think about a moment in your life that required strength, such as raising children on limited income, caring for aging parents, building a business, surviving illness. buying your first home, standing up when something was not fair, moving to a new country, or recovering after loss. These are the moments you remember, not just because you memorize them, but because they engage your entire brain, your thoughts, your emotions, your decision making process, and your identity and your purpose. These experiences were integrated, and integrated experiences are stored more securely in the brain. The memories they create are more likely to stay with you. And as we age, the brain benefits from repeated coordination across systems. Memory working with thinking, emotion working with reasoning, and purpose working with action. The coordination strengthens connectivity, and connectivity strengthens adaptability. Researchers call this cognitive reserve. That's the brain's ability to function well even as it changes over time. Reserve is not built by busyness alone. It grows through repeated, meaningful engagement. When we intentionally revisit experiences that shaped us, especially the ones that require courage, discipline, or perseverance, we reactivate integrated networks. And what the brain reactivates repeatedly gets reinforced. So, brain health is not just about staying active, it's about being intentional. And this is why we practice the brain boost habits. Reading aloud activates multiple systems at once. Simple math strengthens focus and processing speed, and writing by hand deepens reflection and organization. But when these practices connect to meaningful experience, to your real life, they become much more powerful. The brain responds to relevance, and relevance strengthens integration. So, diet protects the structure, exercise improves circulation, sleep restores, but meaning strengthens the connection. Your brain responds to what matters, and the best time to build your brain is now. So take a few moments and reflect on this. What required strength from you? What shaped you? What did you build, learn, endure, or overcome? Because when the brain revisits what mattered, it strengthens the networks that carry you forward. Thank you for joining us for another installation of Resilient Health Communities Brain Health 101.
Wow, that was powerful, super informative. I learned something today. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. C. Okay, so what you saw reinforces a critical principle. Brain health is not passive, it is built. At Resilient Health Communities, we teach three evidence-informed brain boost habits that activate key cognitive systems. These are reading aloud, simple math done quickly, and writing by hand. And today we will practice each one. So if you're new, here's what I want you to do. Get some writing utensils. So get a pen or pencil. I'll give you about 30 seconds to go gather your writing utensils. You need pen and paper or pencil and paper because we are going to be engaging in practicing these tools. That is the reading aloud, simple math done quickly, and writing by hand. And so, doing that, we practice that, you'll understand the neuroscience behind why they matter. So, please welcome our co-presenters. We have three co-presenters today. We have Karen Bart Alexander. She's going to lead out in the reading part of our exercises. And then we have Elaine Holland, who will help us with the math, easy math done quickly. And Merlin Andre would help us with our writing practice. So, our first co-presenter, Karen, can you take it away, please?
Hello, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with you all today. and I want to welcome you to our first Brain Boost habit, which is reading aloud. Now, reading aloud is a full brain activity, especially when the words carry meaning to you. You know, like when you have a book that you love, like the Bible or something like that. Reading it carries a lot of meaning. So that reading aloud becomes a full brain activity. When you read aloud, several systems work together. And if you notice when you are reading aloud, your eyes process the words, the language areas interpret the meaning, the speech regions coordinate expression, and your ears, hear your own voice. Isn't that so? So everything gets to work when you begin to read aloud. The brain becomes very active. Because these systems activate at the same time, the brain now forms stronger connections than with silent reading. So that is very important. The brain forms stronger connections than with silent reading because the systems are activated at the same time. Using multiple pathways also improves attention and it supports memory. And you know, memory is key. A lot of us now have stopped remembering. We keep forgetting. So this support is what supports memory. When we use those multiple pathways to improve attention, it will support memory. When the material feels personally meaningful, like when we are reading the scriptures, I will say, when we are reading a book that we love, we are interested in the book and the information that we are receiving, the brain encodes it more deeply. So we tend to remember what feels important to us. Important. What feels important to us is what we tend to remember. Repeated meaningful reading strengthens our neural connections and it helps build our cognitive reserve, which is the brain's ability to stay adaptable over time. So, having said all that, we're going to go into our little practice now of reading aloud. And what I would like to have is 3 volunteers who will read. You'll see poems on the screen, and we want you to read it loudly and clearly. And all your efforts will be valued. So use your own personal style. If you want to be dramatic, you know. Um, look at what is before you and this determine how you are, where you're going to pause and where you're going to stop and all of those things. So you can do your own things. Who will be the first volunteer?
I.
I. Okay, so and who is I?
iPad number 3.
iPad number 3 is I. Okay, so we call you iPad number 3, right? Okay,
Yes.
wonderful. So you have a poem on the screen. I'd like you
Mhm.
to read it clearly for us and do your own thing. Feel free to be dramatic and all of that.
Okay. I have built things. I have built things that do not have my name on them. Homes filled with steadiness, children who stand upright, problems that no longer exist because I solve them quietly. I have learned things no classroom ever taught me. What I carry is not noise, it is structure, it is strength, and it is proof.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And how did you feel while you were reading aloud? Did speaking the words make you focus better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And what lines stood out for you more when spoken aloud?
I like the line, the last, when it says, what I carry is not noise. It is structure,
Wonderful.
it is strength, it is proof.
Mm-hmm. Did you learn anything from the poem itself?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So there's a
Mhm.
process of learning when you read aloud. There's a process of
Yes.
Yes, so you see how important reading aloud is? Let's have thank you so much. We appreciated that. You have built things. Okay, so we have the next poem, and can we have a second volunteer, please?
I can do it, Karen.
Okay, Annette, yes. Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
Okay. Still here, still capable. I am
Mm-hmm.
not only who I was, but I am also who I was. The decisions, the risks, the nights I stayed up when no one saw. Experience did not disappear. It settled into wisdom.
Wow.
I am still here, still capable, still building.
Wow, wow, wow. And how did that impact you, Annette?
Absolutely wonderful to my spirit, to my heart. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a lot of words, it's not a lot of lines, but it's very intense and
Mm-hmm.
it just short sentences, but so very meaningful. Yeah.
What line stood out for you more?
Um, I am still here. Three lines. I
Mm-hmm.
am still here, still capable, still building.
Wonderful. Does that motivate you?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely, definitely.
One, wonderful. So you see what happens when we read aloud, especially when we read things that are relevant, interesting, motivating, you know, what happens to us? We feel good, don't we?
Yes.
Yes, and we activate different parts of our brain and different parts of our senses and so on. So that helps us with keeping our brain functioning and functioning well. Wonderful. Third volunteer. Let's have one more volunteer to read for us. Thank you, Annette.
Oh, okay.
Dothlin?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All
Yes,
right.
Dustin.
Between then and now. Between then and now, I have crossed distances no map recorded. I have endured losses that change my shape, but not my substance. The world may move on, but what I built remains. Inside me is evidence.
Wonderful, wonderful. And how did those words impact you, Dustin?
The line that said, I have endured losses that changed my shape, but not my substance, those were the
Wow.
powerful lines for me. And I've had some losses, not by death, but by
Mm-hmm.
divorce, or
Mm-hmm.
you could say the prodigal son. But I'm still here, and
Right.
I'm content. My life is good. It's not perfect, but I'm still
Mm-hmm.
moving on. I'm still working on it.
So you found the words relevant.
Yes, to what's going on in my life right now.
Mm, great, great. And that relevance helped you to learn something, did it?
Yes, just keep
Yes.
on going. Yes.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So that is wonderful. And we can see as we proceed, we see how reading aloud helps us because it brings everything into play. It gets all the machinery of our minds working. And therefore, it exercises that muscle called the brain. So it's very important. So what we need to do at home, we need to read aloud for 10 minutes each day, at least 10 minutes, yeah? And 4 to 5 days per week, we get material that matters to us and then read. So we'll move now from language and we'll go to logic. So logic will be the simple math. Continue to enjoy your session and don't forget to practice reading aloud for 10 minutes, 4 to 5 days per week. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Karen. Those were powerful poems. I'm not a big poetry in the person, but I connected with them. So thank
Yeah,
you. I don't know who chose them, but they were right for today, for today's topic. So thank you.
awesome, awesome.
So next we have Elaine Holland. Elaine will lead us out in our math practice. So get your pen and paper. We are going to write. Go ahead, Elaine. You would need to unmute if you're muted.
I did not, I guess not. All
Yes, I
right.
can hear you now.
I'm having some technical challenges here. Okay, so welcome to our second brain boost habit, the simple math done quickly. This habit strengthens the brain's executive system, the network responsible for focus, working memory, and flexibility. Quick, simple math activates the frontal areas that help us to pay attention, hold information briefly in the mind, adjust and shift thinking. These are the same skills we use to plan, problem solve, and manage everyday life. Processing speed often slows with age, but it responds well to steady, moderate challenge. The brain strengthens most when a task is not so easy that it coasts, not so hard that it creates stress. That balanced effort keeps networks active and efficient. So now we're going to practice. You'll see timed math slides on the screen. Someone will do that for me, I hope, please.
I'm not seeing it.
I'm relying on some help there.
It's coming.
Thank you. So in the meantime, you'll see time math slides on the screen and you'll work as quickly as you can. If a slide changes before you finish, move on. If you finish before the slide changes, restart going in a different direction. The goal is speed, steady effort, not perfection. So we'll give you 3 minutes. And is everyone ready? I've got my timer here. We'll start now. Begin. to tell me how they felt in terms of alertness. Anyone?
I think I
You
was
have
pretty.
to focus.
Hi, this is Ken.
Mhm.
Go
So I
right
was.
ahead.
Are you hearing me?
I can.
Yes. Good afternoon. I felt pretty sharp about it. I think I finished most of them. So yeah, it came almost natural. It was quick.
Super.
The juices
Super.
were the juices were flowing pretty well.
Great. Wonderful. Anyone else?
Yes, I am Sharon. I started the first round, taking my time. I realized two, I missed out, but all the others were on spot. You
All
understand?
right.
Just the last one, I think it was very short, shorter than 3 minutes, but I think it was quite good. Very interesting.
Very good. Very good. Notice how alert your mind feels. That alertness reflects executive system engagement. Now, at home, we're going to give you a little assignment. Aim for 10 minutes of simple math, 4 to 5 days per week. You can find the timed math slides on the Resilient Health Community's YouTube page, or you can use the digital or paper copy of the Stronger Memory Workbook. Consistency strengthens performance. Well, that ends this brain boost activity. Now we're going to shift from speed and logic to reflection and meaning. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Elaine.
Sure.
Next, we have Merlene. Merlene is going to lead us in our writing practice.
All right, thank you, Dr. M. Yes, writing by hand. Can everyone hear me? Yes, okay.
Yes. Yes, we can.
So yes, this is our final brain boost habit for this evening, and that is writing by hand. And we want to know that writing by hand engages memory, organization, and emotional processing. And this is especially when what we write is personally meaningful. So in general, when you write by hand, the frontal lobe organizes the thoughts, the motor systems coordinate fine movement, and memory systems encode and integrate information. Because handwriting is slower than typing, it requires deliberate processing. That slower pace strengthens the retention. When writing reflects meaningful experiences, emotional and memory systems work higher. They work together, that is. The brain remembers what feels significant. Expressive writing reflects, expressive writing has also been shown to support emotional regulation, which protects memory over time. So the math is meaning plus reflection plus deliberate processing equals stronger memory networks. And so we are going to use Power of 10 by Resilient Health Communities. When writing 10 items in response to a specific question, the brain moves beyond its first automatic answers. As the list continues, retrieval networks stretch gently, strengthening attention and flexibility. So I'm going to bring up the prompt that we're going to have for today's writing. And you're going to have 5 minutes to do your writing. And today's prompt is 10 moments that have been meaningful in your life. 10 moments that have been meaningful in your life. They may be big or small, recent or long ago. We'd like you to write by hand for 5 minutes, 10 moments that have been meaningful in your life. The time starts now. 5 minutes. Okay, our 5 minutes is up. I hope that was enough time for you to think of a good number of moments that have been meaningful in your life. And now we are in the sharing time. Who would like to share a few things from your list? Let's see if we have some things in common. Who will be first?
Hi, good evening.
Okay.
This is Henry Seeley. Okay, I'll share.
Okay, Henry, thank you.
In my life, one was writing the common entrance examination. I still have memories of the essay that I did.
Okay.
That's one. Registering for secondary school.
Very good.
Attending a concert at Naparima Bowl, which was mixed with dance and dance and drama. Participating in music festival for the first time.
Nice.
Learning to play parang at the Bolivarian Institute. Learning to play chess. Learning to play the guitar along with songs because I learned to play by ear, but that gave me the practice.
Excellent.
And number 9, engaging in my first physical education movement training classes at Teachers College. Number 10, this might sound weird, but being engaged by the Holy Spirit with the spirit of discernment at 14, 15. My friends used to call me weird because in quiet moments, like the Spirit of God would talk to me and share issues that's going on with them. And I would tell them aside. And after a while, they used to call me weird. So I stopped sharing. I would pray and ask God if I should talk to them on it or not. Thank you. That's it.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that with us. I appreciate it. You went way back, but those things were quite meaningful to you. That's wonderful. Danielle's hand is up, and I think there was a Greg also, but go ahead, Danielle.
Oh, okay. Hold on one second. The birth of my son and the birth of my daughter.
Okay.
Graduating from nursing school, graduating from college, getting my driver's license, participating in a play off Broadway,
Hey.
participating in choir, attending the wedding of my son and my daughter, and the christening of my granddaughter. All having
Wonderful.
wonderful events.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you.
Okay, I see we have two Gregs, and I saw something on the screen. I'm not sure. Oh, I guess I can look in the Greg, did you want to share? And then I see Genevieve has her real hand up.
Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Okay, great.
I've got a list. I've got more than 10 here, but I think
Great.
maybe we only have time for 10. Being a great son to my parents, little pat on the back for me.
Sure.
Graduating from high school and college, caring parents, surviving health scares, one recently, meeting my friend Charlotte, celebrating accomplishment at work, being able to manage going from a business owner to an employee, not easy. Appreciating a friend at his funeral recently, learning how to dance, first lesson coming up March 12th. Starting a business, appreciating God in life, and being loved.
Sweet. Excellent. Thanks for sharing those. And you said you have, I could see possibly where we can have more than 10. Genevieve's hand was up.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I have more, but I'll just do some. My first job, I was a Head Start teacher. And my first professional job the one that I had gone to school for and it took forever. That was the real first for me. My first set of real pearls that I got at the jewelers. Of course, my daughters. My first house, the first house we bought. My first car. My first trip to the Kennedy Center. And the first Thanksgiving dinner that I cooked in my new house for my whole family.
Wonderful.
I never will forget that day. I almost fainted at the end.
I'm sure these things that we have probably even easily drug up from our memories just gives us a warm feeling, especially that I like that from Genevieve about the Thanksgiving meal.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all for sharing your special moments. And thank you for sharing so thoughtfully. So at home, what I'd like you to do is to aim to write by hand for about 10 minutes, 4 to 5 days this week. And this could include journaling, making lists, reflection prompts, or letters. They all count when you write letters. So what matters the most is the regular connection between thinking and movement. And to remember that we have lots of prompts and we also have the math exercises on the YouTube channel for Resilient Health Communities. And now I turn it back over to the host to close today's meeting. Thanks again, everyone.
Thank you.
Wow, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Marlene. Thank you, Karen, and thank you, Elaine. These were all right on point. I thoroughly enjoyed the writing and the reading and the math. So thank you, everyone, and thank you for participating and sharing your list on the your 10 meaningful things that you've done. And some of you went all the way back, so that was really nice to hear. So thank you. So today you activated three major cognitive systems: memory networks, you activated executive control networks, and integration and reflective systems. You experienced firsthand how the brain responds to meaning and mild challenge. So brain health is not maintained through intensity. It's not intensity that matters. It is maintained through consistency. So that is why here at Resilient Health Community, we teach the 10-10-10 model, which is 10 minutes of reading aloud, 10 minutes of math, and 10 minutes of writing. And as the presenters mentioned, you can find some of these resources on our YouTube channel. So if you haven't joined yet, do so today. Go to Resilient Health Communities on YouTube and subscribe, become a member, so that when we have new information being posted, you're going to get alerted so that you can engage with the new material. And also, all the resources are there. Once you're a member, you have free access to all the resources. And you want to do this 10, the 10-10-10 model, you want to do this at least 4 to 5 times per week. So now I want you to prepare. We're almost done. I want you to prepare for what's coming up next. So over the next three first Sundays, we will go deeper into what we started today. We will explore a powerful declaration. I'm going to share that declaration. I have it here, and I'm going to share my screen. Second. Here we go. See that? That's our new declaration. I am accomplished. So over the next three Sundays, starting in April, we are going to engage with this theme. I am accomplished. We are going to first look at retrieving life achievements. How we're going to look at how retrieving life achievements strengthens memory, how sharpening clarity protects independence, and how activating purpose fuels long-term cognitive engagement. So keeping that in mind, and you're going to get reminders, but this is exciting stuff. So I want you to not keep it to yourselves, right? Share it with someone. We had quite a few in attendance today, but we can get that higher, right? We saw the statistics. We know that there's a huge need for us to start engaging early and continually. So I'm accomplished. Retrieving life achievements through achievements. We're going to look at how retrieving life achievements strengthens memory, how sharpening clarity protects independence, and activating purpose fuels long-term cognitive engagement. So today we laid the foundation for we laid the neurological foundation, and next we will apply it to identity starting April. Because the brain does not because the brain does not respond to only to activity, it responds most strongly to meaning. So here's your homework. Begin if you have not done so yet, but if you have, I want you to continue the 10-10-10 routine this week. And like we mentioned, you can find resources on our YouTube channel. The best time to support the brain is before decline appears. We don't want to wait until we see decline. The best time is now. So, again, thank you for showing up. Thank you for engaging. And thank you for building your brain. If Rhonda has anything, this is the time, Rhonda. I don't know if you have any announcements you'd like to share.
Just a few, doctors. We have announcements of our other upcoming activities. So let's do them really quickly. First, you heard Dr. M. We're going to spend 3 months on our accomplishments. We're going to look back, we're going to stay in the present, and then we're going to look to the future because recognizing our accomplishments is key to our to building stronger memories or identity, as Dr. M told us. So that's April, May, and June. I'm excited that if you enjoyed today and you want an ongoing series, Light Bearers Mission, that's Merlene and Miss Holland that you heard from, they are members of the Light Bearers Mission online group. They will meet next Sunday. That's their information. Maryland, Silver Spring, where we're headquartered. Downtown Silver Spring has an ongoing series at Charter House. They're on Thursdays at 1. I'm excited that this Thursday, Mid-County Community Rec Center here in Silver Spring, that is just up the street from my house, they finally start a 6-week session and there's still slots. So if anybody in the area is interested, feel free to join. And I'm so sorry I'm missing this because I'll be in Tobago, but on the 23rd of March, African American Health Programs will have this free day for seniors that includes Brain Boost Boot Camp in the afternoon. So for those who are local and have done the program, we need a nice co-representation to lead that session on the 23rd. And Tobago, I'm so excited. Tobago launches a pilot on March 15th. If you are in Tobago, I heard quite a few voices who are there. If you're in Tobago, it is not too late. This is the flyer. You have the phone number for someone you can contact to request more information. March 15th. And it is always important. Dr. M told you how you can find us on YouTube. That QR code will get you to our YouTube page. And that's it for announcements. Thank everyone for being here and looking forward to another great session, another great first Sunday in April. But there's a lot happening in March. And for those who say, well, I see that there's activity in Silver Spring online and it's soon in Tobago, and I'd love to see one in my area, you be the catalyst. Reach out to us. You see our contact information, and you can start that group where you are. What we do is we freely offer this content, making it available so that people could build and create networks where they are, because we believe that the brain health habits are really transformative, but it's easier for us to learn them when we're learning them in community where we're supported as we practice. So those are our announcements this month. Looking forward to an amazing rest of March. It is an amazing month. There's one thing I didn't put on there, and that is an invitation for us to join a group headed to Jamaica in July. That's evolving. So pray on that as we continue to move forward. I wish everyone an amazing month. I did not put the workbook in the chat. Let me grab the link. If someone has the link and could quickly share. For those who don't have the workbook, we're going to tell you how you could sign up and get a free digital copy. While I'm working on getting this, remember, we are not just on YouTube, we're also on Facebook. So to remain connected, I recommend Facebook, where you can get access to all of our activities as they're developed. The link to the workbook is in the chat, and we have 1 minute left before we must jump off. So have an amazing month, everyone. See you all again next month.
Bye, everyone. Thanks for
Thank
joining.
you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Thank
Good night,
you.
all.
Spoke to your mom today. We sang together, Marlene.
Oh, wonderful. I spoke with her early this morning too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for calling her.
You're welcome.